You're fired. What if you just shouted that every time you did?
You're fired.
You're fired! Yeah, fire alarm's going off and the operator just starts screaming, fire!
What?
I don't know. This has been a drill.
Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Unrenowned podcast, where we talk about Siege, what we like about Siege, what we don't like about Siege. I am your host, Ryan, and this is my co-host, Chris. Hello, Chris. How are you doing?
I am so good.
Good. Hey, guys, we got a good show today because we're going to talk about operator ideas.
I've got like 3 that are good, and I've got a lot of really stupid ones.
I'm right there with you.
Anyway.
I got like 2 or 3 that are good, and then a bunch of just like, here's a random idea that we can talk about. And we'll see if it comes to anything. Other than that, regular stuff, Reddit stuff, listener questions. Anything else?
No, that's it. Can I talk about something I was impressed about with Siege this week?
Yes.
Well, 2 things about Siege this week before we start. So first one, I noticed today, I noticed this week when I was playing Siege, when you like drop a mag on the floor, I've noticed this before, but the mag stays there. Like you drop a mag, and you can watch it fall and hit the floor and like it can hit something too and then fall on the floor. And it stays there. Like the whole round.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
And I was thinking about like, you know how like you drop stuff in real life and it just disappears? It's the void.
Yes.
I did it today. I dropped like a cookie crumb, and unless the kid next to me like got down and ate it, that thing's gone. I just dropped it and it disappeared completely.
Oh, one other thing that I thought of. So we were talked previously, I don't remember what episode this was, because we have so many now, you can't even remember what things are from.
Yeah.
But we talked about like how we want some kind of map preferences in the game, whether it's like voting or veto or whatever. So I thought of a brilliant idea. So what if, you know, they used to have where you could select maps that you like to play and you could say yes or no on each map and have your map preferences. So what if instead you kind of like ranked all the maps and then it does the matchmaking, it completely ignores your map preferences for the matchmaking, because that, I guess, was the problems they had before, was that like it tried to match you based on your preferences, which just makes matchmaking super slow. So it matches you with whoever, and then you get into a match and it looks at everybody's preferences and it like gives each map a score. So like let's say everybody has Consulate at the top of their map preferences, so Consulate's going to get a certain number of points based on its ranking with everybody. So if like let's just say for simplicity's sake that there's 10 maps in Rainbow Six Siege. Okay. So if Consulate's at the top of everybody's thing, it gets 10 points for each list, right?
Yeah,
so it gets 100 points.
Okay.
And then, you know, the next map maybe has 87 points because it's at whatever. And then it just takes those all, and so I guess it'd be 1,000 points total.
Yeah.
And then it creates a little like wheel, like the Alpha Pack roll thing, and it like it makes a pie chart. So each map has a certain section of like the circle, depending on how many points it has, and then it spins the wheel, and wherever it lands, that's the map you play. And that way, I think like, you know, like if you happen to get Favela, the worst map in Rainbow Six Siege, but it was only like a tiny little sliver of the pie, then everybody's happy, right? Because everybody's like, well, that sucks. We got unlucky this time. We got Favela, but also that one dude that likes Favela is happy because he got Favela. And like, doesn't that just seem like it'd be a really good idea?
Yeah, I do. Just so everybody knows we're not stupid, it isn't 1,000 points total. It's going to be like 400 something. I was just doing the math in my head. 300 or 400 something. But anyway, sorry.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, because if everybody gets it, their top map's going to be 10 points, their next map's going to be 9 points, 8 points. So it'll be 100, and then the next one will be 87, and then
90.
90. Okay, right. So whatever, 100 plus 90.
I could do the math if I wasn't on the podcast. But yeah, whatever. Like, so the point is, there's a pie chart, and each map gets a certain percentage based on how many points it has total.
And it rolls and picks,
and then you spin. And so like the selection of it like feels almost random. So it's like people aren't complaining about like, oh, well, then people get to choose the maps they play and they get to rank that way. And it's like, well, sort of, but no. You just have some influence so that people who are sick of playing maps they don't like have a better than like 1 in 6 chance of getting a map they like, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. I don't know. I think it's a good idea.
I think it is actually pretty smart. I didn't understand it the first time you explained it.
Too complicated?
No, it's not. I was watching a show while you were explaining it the first time. So this time I understand.
Just like most times. Most times you're talking to Chris, he has like 20% focus on what you're saying.
I have this habit on my second monitor of watching like a YouTube video or a show.
It kills our rank in Siege.
Okay.
Too busy watching Netflix to watch cameras. Sorry.
No. I don't do it during the round. I do it between rounds is when I was doing it. Anyway.
Okay.
Still at the top of the scoreboard.
So should we get into operator ideas?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Should I start with a good one? Yeah.
Yes.
Start with a good one. Okay, this is actually one that I had this idea like in year one, season one, right after Valk and Blackbeard came out. Okay, so basically the idea is the operator would have like a heads-up display, so almost like they're wearing like a visor that has a HUD on it.
Like Jackal, kind of?
Yeah, like Jackal. And that HUD would be a live feed of a security cam. So this would be a defender. And so like, I think now that we have so many different cameras with Valkyrie and Maestro and the bulletproof cams, like there's always an Echo. There's always like so many cameras on defense now that like it even makes more sense than it did when I first came up with it.
Yeah. So
like you would have this little feed there and it would give you one camera's view and just be like in your top left corner of your screen or top right or whatever. And you could like pull up your phone to like switch between cameras, but that would have to be like an action that would like, you'd pull up your phone and do it. And then you would have like a live feed. So like you could be out roaming and like, you're like, oh, okay, they're in the spiral staircase. So you pull up the spiral staircase cam as you're sneaking up from the basement and you can see exactly where they are in real time. Like that would be so cool.
That's pretty cool.
Would that not be cool?
That is pretty cool.
And like when I first like came up with this, I posted on Reddit and like some people like it, but a lot of people saying like, no, that sounds so OP. But like these days, like with the operators we have nowadays with literal wall hacks and like just all the ridiculous stuff we have nowadays, it seems like that fits right in. And I think it'd be amazing.
And it's not hard to counter. You just shoot the cameras.
Right, exactly. Yeah, if you're shooting the cameras, I mean, like cameras already have spotting, which is like essentially the same thing. This is just like a little bit better than that. And it would only be for the one person, right? Mm-hmm. So, and then of course it'd be affected by Thatcher and all that stuff. IQ, would she be able to see it? Probably not.
Person?
Like the visor?
No, because I mean, how do you know when it's like? Is it just always active? She just always
and that's the other thing too. Like, I don't know. Like, would you have a cooldown on it? Like, it only works for. I think you would just be always active.
Yeah, I could see either way. Well, the thing is, like, it just makes IQ more vital because she can see all the cameras anyway.
Right.
Like, if you know we need to kill all the black guys and everything.
Yeah, like if you know that person's there.
Sounds so bad.
I know, black guy and black guy is very, very easily confused. Destroy all the black eyes.
Yes.
But yeah, like especially because like it's if you're using it, it's only useful in that one section of the map that you have the camera on, right? Mm-hmm. So like the second you move out of that section, you have to pause and switch to a new camera to make it continue to be useful. So that's why I think it'd be really good. I have a name for this op. Oracle.
That's actually pretty good.
I think it's pretty good.
I tried to come up with names. I couldn't.
What's funny is over all the years of Siege, this is still the best operator idea I have. This is like 2.5 years old.
Well, have you thought of like other ideas? Like trying to think of other ideas?
I haven't like actively like put my mind to it, except for this past week as we've been getting ready for this. But like, I like that just like came as inspiration, and I was like, this is amazing. We should do this. But yeah, that's still the best idea I've had. Like as far as like guns and stuff, like I don't really think we need to get into that. Like what kind of guns they would have, or like what like secondary gadgets, unless it's pertinent. Yeah. But like for Oracle, I think I'd probably make her a 3-speed. I assume it's a girl. I don't know why.
If it's a roamer,
seems like it's a girl.
Sure.
So
that would be a fun operator to play too.
I think so too. I think it'd be way fun.
I don't think it'd be easy to play that operator because what would happen for players that are trying to learn the game? They'd be too into like one thing and not being able to be more aware of like their surroundings. So they'd be so focused on, okay, there's one guy on spiral stairs, not thinking like there's also all these other angles they can shoot
that
me
I can't
from.
See. Yeah.
They'll feel too protected.
I think it would like empower roamers to be like self-sufficient
Mhm.
But then like it's also not like a Kavera where now you've given roamers like this insane ability if they happen to down somebody. It's just like it's good for the one section of the map that they're working at.
Yeah. How do you feel about Kavera's pistol?
I hate that thing.
I think it's so stupid.
It's very frustrating to me. I just get so frustrated when like I round a corner and me and Kavera see each other at the same time and I start spraying her with an AR and she two shots me with a pistol and it's like,
or if you're missing more than like 2 health, it's a 1 shot no matter what, pretty much.
Right. It's very annoying.
I think it's very silly.
It's funny because I'm complaining about an overpowered pistol when literally one of my favorite games of all time is Halo 1. So like overpowered pistols are kind of my bread and butter, but
everybody gets the overpowered pistol.
It's basically just the DMR or the BR of that game.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, it's just I mean, just a one-shot weapon in general is annoying. So.
Yeah. Well, that's every weapon in Siege, the headshot.
Yeah, but I mean,
which is nice.
This is a body shot.
Yeah.
Basically one shot.
Yeah.
So.
As you were saying.
Give me your op.
Okay. This is the first one I want to do. It's kind of a good one. I'm thinking we do like our good ones first and throw out some of our crappy ones out there and then end with some good ones.
Let's do that. Okay. No. Let's just do all our good ones and then we'll just kind of rattle off our random thoughts.
Okay, you want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. So this one is actually would kind of work kind of well with your gal with Oracle. So he's like Vigil just in a way that his device is kind of on him. And it's
is he a defender or attacker?
This is a attacker. This is an attacker. So he carries, however his device works. Basically what it does, it's like an EMP, but it's active for a certain amount of time and it's just on him.
Okay.
So wherever he is, that's transmitting an EMP that's constant for a certain amount of time.
Almost just like a jammer. Like he's a portable mute jammer.
Exactly. So if he was next to a mute jammer, he can't use it because the jammer is going to block him from using it. But if there's like
that's interesting. Who wins that? Wait, why does mute win over him?
So because he can't use it while he's inside the jammer.
So he activates it like Finka where he like pushes a button.
Yeah. That's
so
what I'm thinking.
if he activates it outside of the jammer and walks into the jammer, then what happens?
I'm not sure. I haven't thought that much into it. That's interesting. But what I'm thinking basically is it has a certain radius. So where he goes around, cameras maybe can see him depending how far away they are.
Mm-hmm.
But he can stand next to a garage door and just disable ADSs and bandits,
as
batteries.
Long as he's standing there.
Yeah, as long as people are standing there. He can disable pulse. People that are on their phones next to him can't see him because their phones are disabled. So basically it would really help that there's so many cameras in this game that you're kind of always being seen. If he's near you, maybe you're not being seen so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So as long as we're on this, let me say I had one that was like really, really similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking of it more as like a mobile gadget, like a drone or something that would drive around and it would like scramble things. And I think I was thinking of it more as a defender, where like you would kind of ride this drone around, and like if you're standing next to, I don't know, thermite, then like his charges wouldn't work or whatever. But I like the idea of it being an attacker who is just on his person. That's pretty cool. What I like about it, so like the bandit trick, like that that's a thing that like it's now that Mira exists, it's really easy to do the bandit trick.
Correct. And now that Maverick exists, it gets harder.
That's true. Maverick is a pretty good counter against it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's true. I was going to say like there aren't really any counters against it, but I kind of forgot about Maverick. But like that would be a good counter against it, because the thing is like with Thatcher, his thing is like instantaneous, right? Like it only works for the instant that the EMP explodes.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have to catch Bandit in that like second that he puts it down and tries to zap it and picks it back up. So it'd be cool to have somebody that has more of like a lasting jamming effect.
Here's my question. So this wouldn't make Thatcher like useless at all because he can still throw his. But my question, and he would destroy the ADSs and batteries and jammers, which this guy doesn't. But how long does Thatcher's thing make cameras go down for? Do you know the time?
I don't. I know it lasts a really, really long time on
the Evil Eyes.
On Evil Eyes. But I'm actually trying to remember if it's based on distance. I don't think so.
Something we should test.
Yeah, but like it's a really long time on Evil Eyes. I don't know if it's the same for other cameras.
Because I was thinking about that, like how it's very frustrating that Thatcher just doesn't destroy any cameras. But if it can disable a camera for 45 seconds, that's still pretty good. Like, that's a significant amount of time to have a camera disabled, at least.
Well, it's definitely not 45 seconds. You're saying
no,
Thatcher,
I know, but
or are you saying the new guy?
Thatcher. I know it's not 45 seconds, but I'm thinking if his did that, like, that would be actually pretty good.
Yeah, it would.
That would be very useful.
I mean, at that point, it's like, why don't you just have it destroy it?
Yeah.
So,
speaking about testing things real fast, though, so we say this a lot. Oh, we should test that, and then we never do. So I actually tested the metal detector thing to find out what set it off.
Uh-huh.
I spent a lot of time. I tried carrying different gadgets or like walking through, trying to vault over it with like a shield or whatever. It's basically, I think how it's programmed, they just have an invisible wall straight up and down. You can't get around it. It goes off, and then if it goes off, it's 30 seconds before it will go off again.
Okay. So you timed it out.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So 30-second cooldown. So if you go through it and it doesn't go off, that means someone else walked through it within 30 seconds.
Is it 30 seconds from the time it starts going off? Okay. How long does the alarm sound for?
It's like 10-ish, 15 seconds, like 10 seconds.
Interesting. Okay, so that's good to know. Yeah, so if you go through it, somebody else, and it doesn't sound, somebody else has just recently
went
been
through
there.
it very recently, yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. So we did test something. We still have to test if ADS is worsened if you're getting shot at when you're a shield operator and whatever we just said.
The EMPs on the cams. Yeah. Did you have a name for that op?
I don't. I got nothing.
Okay. We're not coming up with names because I'm not good at this on the spot. My next guy is an attacker.
Okay.
His name is Trojan.
I like where this is going.
So I don't have this totally figured out, but kind of what I'm thinking is his drone can like scan defender gadgets. And then he has some kind of trap that I don't know if it's like a stun thing or an explosive or some kind of trap, but it clones the defender gadget that he scanned. Okay. So like he could send his drone in the prep phase and like scan an ADS, and then when he goes and plants his thing, it looks like an ADS, and then like when a defender walks by it, it like explodes or like stuns them, or like I don't know exactly what it would do yet.
So this is an attacker.
This is an attacker.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
What do you think about that? Like,
yeah.
So you kind of have to like when you know he's there, you have to like be careful of like, okay, why would there be an ADS right there?
Yeah.
Or like, why would Valkyrie put a camera there?
So, question: why is his name Trojan?
Well, do you know about Trojans?
Like the whole horse
Trojan
thing?
horse.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. So it comes in looking like there's a gadget that looks friendly, and then it turns out to be a trap.
Okay. Good name.
Yeah. Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So how should that work though? Like, is an explosive too powerful? Like, let's say that
maybe. See, we were just talking about yesterday how it's kind of annoying that in this game you're constantly marked, like no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got all these cameras, or you have Jackal, or you have Alibi,
right?
Whatever it is. So I was just thinking just now, what if it's like Kever, another one? What if it's just like a live tracker for a certain amount of time? Like you get hit by it, you're being tracked live for X amount of time. Or I think an explosion would work. Maybe like so it would ping the enemy where it exploded, but not do a kill. Just like
I think maybe a non-lethal explosion.
Mm-hmm.
I would expect him to only have maybe 2 of these.
Yeah.
And so I would say maybe like between 60 and 75 damage.
Okay.
Like base damage for the explosion. Whoa, sorry. Because like I mean, let's say I'm trying to think of all the different objects he could scan. Let's say he scans like a mute jammer. Like it would be hard to find a place to plant that where like if you're the attacker, you have to get in close enough to the defenders to plant it, and then like back off enough that they're going to walk by. So like it would be good against roamers who are like trying to flank you. But like once you've kind of taken them out and you're going in on the objective, it becomes less and less useful. So because of that, I think it could do a significant amount of damage and not be OP.
Okay.
And then the other thing that I think would balance it is that like if the defenders just don't have really anybody with like gadgets that you could scan and clone, then he would just kind of be out of luck. And so like maybe he would just have like a default skin for it that it would be. But like if they just had like, or if they hadn't planted a lot of gadgets and you just couldn't find one. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm trying to think like what gadgets would it be able to scan? Like, would it be able to scan like a bulletproof camera and like look like that?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that'd be really cool because bulletproof cameras could be kind of anywhere on the map.
Yeah, that's true.
So you could really trick people with that.
I think there's no reason. Like, it should just be able to scan everything.
Like pretty much anything.
Yeah. I mean, you obviously not a regular camera. Oh, I don't know. If you see a regular camera in a really weird spot, you should know.
So then the other question
is:
is there any like giveaways that it's like fake? Like, is the light the wrong color, or
yeah, that would be interesting. I think,
or just like
I feel like there should be maybe some giveaway, because then you just have an operator with the claymore that's completely blended in, no matter what, you know?
Right. But I mean, at the same time, like if you're just aware of where your gadgets have been placed and stuff, then
it's kind of hard though to like be aware of where everybody's putting everything.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what
like it's certainly not a fully developed idea, but I think it'd be a cool idea to just have like kind of like Trojan devices.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
You got another one?
I do. I actually kind of like this one. So the best name I could think of for this guy is Shard.
Shard. Okay.
Yeah, I think I can think of better, but basically what this guy does, he just takes glass. He's a defender. He takes glass and just throws it on the ground, so there's a pile of glass somewhere. Really?
So I was thinking of it more of like little spikes, kind of like jacks, like the game jacks.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, go ahead.
So something like this guy. I'm thinking when people walk over, it does damage. If they're standing still on it, it doesn't do anything, but it makes a ton of noise.
Okay.
This guy would also carry barbed wire with him, so he could put barbed wire and then throw glass on the ground. So if someone walks over, they're going slow over it, and they're getting damaged while they're moving it.
So only if they're moving are they taking damage.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. And
would it not slow them? They could run over at full speed.
I think they can. Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd want the barbed wire on it.
How big of a space does it occupy? About
I'm
the same
thinking
as a barbed wire.
About the same of what?
About the same as a barbed wire.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. I think that was basically like the size I was thinking. I think and then a ton of noise too, like crunching glass. Yeah, that'd be very helpful.
Yeah,
and I think he shouldn't have. Obviously, he's not going to be able to place it down because glass. He has to break the glass, so he can kind of throw it.
Oh, so he's like holding glass and breaks it.
Yeah, so like a bottle or something, and throws it and it breaks or whatever.
Yeah, I think I've seen a similar idea like this posted one time. But
really?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I actually noticed, like, as I was coming up with these ideas, I like wrote them down, and then like I kind of like scanned Reddit and stuff, and I found like other similar suggestions that other people had. So like everybody's kind of got the same, like their same ideas are in the zeitgeist.
I'm thinking for attackers, like they can kind of, because like every trap you can do something to, like you can destroy it or something.
Yeah.
So I think they can like clean it up, maybe like take certain time to.
I almost kind of think like it wouldn't be clearable. Like you could like blow it up.
Okay, blow it up.
Because barbed wire, you hit the like middle of it.
You melee it, yeah.
Yeah. But like, I mean, if this is just glass spread across the floor, I mean, it's not like they have brooms.
No. Like, and I'm just thinking of some way, like, how do you?
I mean, it just seems like it'd be kind of silly at that point if like your operator's getting on the ground and like sweeping it away with their arm. Like that just seems like it's getting silly. But yeah, like maybe you could like blow it up with the frag or like even a breach charge or something, but more permanent than barbed wire, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So how much damage would they take?
See, this is what I was trying to debate. I was trying to think, is it more of like it's a loud noise, you know where they are, or more of this does damage, like they actually, like it's going to make this, going this way is actually going to be a problem because there's glass there.
Yeah.
So I thought of it both ways. I thought like 15 damage for like each step you take over it. That's kind of a lot.
That seems like a lot.
Or I was thinking like 3 to 5 damage when you're stepping over it and just tons of noise. And so it's more of like going this way, they're going to know where the heck you are for sure. But it would take maybe 15 damage from you total going through it.
Like it seems like the noise is the biggest part, but if that's all it is, that's probably not enough.
Yeah. That's basically
how many are you thinking he would get? 3?
Yeah,
3 sounds good. So if it was noise, what if it was like a slowing effect after you got off? So like as you cross it and after you get off, there's like a slowing effect, kind of like barbed wire.
Yeah.
And it lasts for like 2 or 3 seconds after you get through it.
Okay.
Or maybe the noise lasts longer than that. Like
because you got glass on your feet.
You have glass in your shoes. So like after you come off for like the next 5 to 7 seconds, you still make crunching sounds. Yeah. And maybe like it fades as like with each step or something.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I think that's maybe like a very small amount of damage, like 3 damage per step, maybe, or something like that. So like maybe it costs you 12 to 15 to get all the way through it. But yeah, then like the crunching effect continues.
That'd be pretty cool because it would, like, if you put it somewhere near objective or far away from objective, you're gonna hear like where they are, and it's extremely helpful to those audio cues.
Yeah. What did you call him again?
I call him Shard.
Shard. That's good. I like that name.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any more like pretty good ones?
Yes.
Okay, give me another good
This
one.
is my last good one. So I have no idea what his name would be, but basically he's like a big breacher. He can't breach hard reinforced walls, but other walls that he breaches, it's like a big breach. So it makes a ton of noise.
He's an attacker, obviously.
I'm thinking like a okay, something like that, like tons of noise, so they know it's coming. Also, if he breaches like whatever he breaches, it shoots like fragments of metal out towards wherever he breached into. So if you hear that noise, you have to take cover because it's basically like bullets coming at you.
Okay.
From this, yeah, it wouldn't kill you, but it would do like a significant amount of damage if you got hit by like multiple shards of whatever it is. So
does he like place a breach charge on the wall?
So it's basically like a breach charge. It makes a ton of noise when it's about to go off, so they have time to move, like they have time to run away. And it basically just makes a huge hole. So like I'm thinking,
and it only
like,
works for softballs.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm thinking like if you're doing it on that wall, Cafe Dostoevsky in the mining room, the one, what's the other room called? Not the run with the mining room, not the trains, but the other, that third room, fireplace hall.
Fireplace hall.
Yeah. If you do it on that wall in there, it would basically blow up like the whole wall, like a huge.
You're talking about
breach.
the wall that's like in the main part of the hallway, not the part by the white stairs.
The part by the white stairs, what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So if you were to like blow that,
so it's basically two full size softballs.
Yeah, that's right. So it would just be a huge breach, and it would shoot stuff through it.
So what if instead of like a breach charge, what if he set up like he had a tripod that had kind of like a big like launcher, like shrapnel launcher. Okay. And so he'd like set up the tripod in front, and so like he wouldn't even have to do it on a wall necessarily. He could do it anywhere. Okay. So he like sets up this big like tripod shrapnel launcher, and then he pushes the button and it just goes and just fires out all the shrapnel that like. I'm trying to decide whether it would make like walk through holes in the wall or just pepper the wall with holes and just like send in a whole bunch of like metal and glass and shards that would damage people on the inside. So like pretty much everybody in the room is taking like 30 damage.
I think that would be cool. Like it would give like a lot of fun. Like you'd have like those moments like in other games. You'd be like, I can't believe that just happened. Like you set it up in some weird spot and be like, oh.
Yeah, and then I think it'd be useful in more than just because like the problem if you're doing just like a big breach charge on soft walls is like how often are there large soft walls that are important to put a big hole on? Like most of the time, if you wanted a big hole there, it's been reinforced.
Yeah, I mean you can also put it on like a window or something, and it will still shoot the stuff through the window.
Would he be able to use it once or twice or?
I was only thinking 2 max. I thought
so does he
maybe
have
just
2 devices,
one.
or does he use it? Does he like?
So I was thinking because I wasn't thinking about the whole tripod launcher. So I was just thinking 2 like breach charge things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the breach charges, you're like everywhere you would want to use it would end up being reinforced.
Correct.
So it'd be useless. So like with the tripod, you could even just set it up in like a big room if you suspected defenders. I wonder if it could even be a defender that has something similar, where they just have like a big shrapnel launcher. So you walk into a hallway and they just and then.
I feel like the defenders already have so many like traps and like.
Oh, that's their defenders.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But I mean, either way, it'd be cool. Like, just to set it up.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
And it would take like I think probably 3 or 4 seconds for him to like set it up and get ready to launch it.
Yeah.
Would he be able to launch twice from the same one, or would he have to set up a new one, or like maybe like reload the canister or something? And so if he wanted to, he could pick up the whole tripod and replace it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then he has to reload the canister.
Yeah.
I mean, this actually sounds really cool.
I think he'd be a cool operator.
And you could just call him Shrapnel.
There you go, Shrapnel. I was thinking frag. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
But Shrapnel.
It's also like, sometimes they do it from a different country and then they kind of base the name on that language or like a name from there or something.
I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm out of good ideas.
So I have a couple more that are like somewhat good.
Same.
Okay. This one actually I like. So what about a guy? I'm thinking he would be a defender that has like a decoy sound maker. So I've been trying to think of things that are aspects of the game that they haven't really messed with very much as far as gadgets. And I think sound is one of those, because that's like a huge part of the game, and they haven't really done anything with it besides Kavera, who's quiet, right?
Yeah.
And I'm also actively trying to avoid anything that's like spotting people, because like I'm just so tired of like, on defense especially, it just feels like they always know where you are based on some ridiculous thing that's spotting you, or even on attacking. I guess now with all the cameras, it's like, oh, gosh, like, can I just worry about shooting people and not about like being live spotted all the time?
Yeah.
So anyway, like, so yeah, like if you could, I don't know if it would be like a gadget you would throw, or like something you would plant, like a mute jammer, or what, but like you would put it down and it would just like make footstep sounds or something or whatever.
Yeah, I think it would be something you put down. Like, I feel like it's more of a
prep phase type of thing,
preparation phase, something, because I think it's kind of not unfair, but in a way, like in your 1v1 situation, you throw it somewhere and like just get them to completely turn it. Like, I feel like it's more of, this should be a prepared plan strategy.
I kind of think that's awesome.
I think it's pretty cool too, but I think
if it's like a roamer thing and they just have like a little gadget,
you can still use them as a roamer too, but you're just
you'd have to set up for it ahead of time. The thing is, like with I'm finding with traps, like as you get to higher level play, traps just don't work because they have so many drones and cameras that they're checking. They've seen your traps before you get to use them. Or like they, in the prep phase, they just see where you're going. They're like, oh well, audio guy's in, he's in the kitchen.
At the same time though, like, do you know that he's putting it down in the kitchen, or he's going to be in another room, or like, because you still.
Yeah, I just feel like you end up like Capcan, where it's like you run into a room and then you get spotted and you're like, okay, well now I got to kill the drone and then I got to go find another place. Yep. It's like, so I don't know.
Yeah, that is kind of frustrating.
I could go either way on it, I guess. But I think that'd be super cool just to have somebody who makes like sounds. And then, so maybe this factors into like how it works. So would it just randomly emit sounds at like a given frequency or interval or whatever? Or would he be able to activate it?
As long as I'm thinking, when I think about that, I think about the decoy in Black Ops 1. It was the worst side or secondary like grenade you could have. I remember it. So it's basically just so you had flashbangs, stuns, or concussions, and then frags, and then a decoy. And the decoy was just awful. Like it had a sound that was obviously not the regular gun shooting, and it was always like the same sounds in a row.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It did show like a little red dot on the radar, but you just knew it was a decoy. Like you could just tell.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think this should be like, it should be very randomized. There should be no way to discern that it's not just regular footsteps.
So I think if that's the case, I think it should just be. It should make random sounds, like at random times. It shouldn't be continuous, because if it's continuous, you obviously know, like, okay, there's a lot of noise going on over there. Nobody moves that much.
Yeah. But should he be in control of it? Is it like he activates it, it goes for 4 seconds, and then it's a cooldown, or is it just randomly going off?
I think you should be able to activate it, because that brings in that strategy part of Rainbow Six Siege that it's all about.
Yeah.
Like this game should never ever be random.
Stuff. So is it a placed gadget like a jammer that he can activate at will and then it has a cooldown, or is it a throwable gadget that works for like 10 seconds and then it's done?
I would prefer like the placed gadget, just because of, I don't know. See, but then you get into that whole thing, high level play, that just doesn't.
Yeah, it could go either way, I guess. But
that's a good idea.
I think he'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And then as long as we're on the subject of sound, I have another one who's similar. So what about an attacker?
Awful.
Yep. Attackers suck. Actually, I wish I had a name for these guys, because they're actually kind of cool. So an attacker who has like, I don't know if he throws it or if it's like launched from a launcher or something, but it's a gadget that like just puts out white noise, so that the defenders can't really hear the attackers.
Just loud.
Yeah, so just like, so he has some kind of launcher. He, like, let's just say it looks like an ash launcher. He launches it into the objective onto the ceiling, and it just puts out a and so like, and the defenders just can't hear well enough to tell.
Oh, that would be good.
And the closer you are to it, the worse
the louder it is.
And and then if you're, if the gadget is between you and like a window that an attacker is coming in through, you wouldn't be able to really hear them breaching that window because it's just sounds just being overtaken.
I like that.
What do you think about that?
I think that's really cool.
Okay, so does he have a launcher, or does he?
I think he has a launcher,
or is it like a drone that he rolls in?
No, I think it's a launcher.
Can it be destroyed?
Yes, I think it can, but I don't think it can be destroyed immediately. So I think, like when it is first, like I think it makes noise like as soon as it starts getting launched, and then it has to like hit the wall and like give it a second, and then you can start destroying it. I think it should take a couple bullets though.
Or is it just a given amount of time?
That could also work.
And the other thing too is like, what if it's something that he deploys and then he activates it? You know, kind of like the other one. So he can set it up when you're getting ready to go, and then he activates it when the team's all like, "Let's go."
Yeah, that would work too. That brings in that more strategy part where you set it up, but then you have the problem like, then can it be destroyed? Like, can it just be destroyed before it gets?
Yeah, I don't know. Like the destroyable thing was where it gets hard because things that can be destroyed typically are destroyed pretty much immediately.
Yeah. Right.
So unless it's like super small and hard to see, or like I just don't know how you make it useful if it can be destroyed.
Yeah.
But I guess like the important part is just the idea of the white noise. I think that would be super cool, no matter how it's like actually executed.
Yeah.
Balanced, good enough.
I think it's super interesting. I mean, obviously we're not developing the game, so they'd have to look at it and make their own change. But I think that could actually be really fun.
Yeah. Okay, give me. You're done with your really good ones?
Correct.
Give me kind of just some more off the top of your head, or not off the top of your head, but
okay. So I've got Recyclops.
Remind me what Recyclops is.
So he just basically goes around and wreaks destruction wherever he goes in an effort to make the Earth a better place. That's all the description I'll give about Recyclops. You can Google it if you'd like.
Wait, is that really it? That's really your idea? I thought you had like an actual Siege idea about it.
No.
Okay.
A real kind of Siege idea. So, okay, this is just random. Well, I was just thinking this is not a new operator idea. This is just IQ. Why doesn't she work like Jackal? Like Jackal can put his thing over his head and he still has his gun out. Why can't IQ be like that? Why can't she just put a visor over her head?
Yeah, I wonder if that's just OP.
Is it though? Like she's not never. But I feel like it's kind of rare that I see IQ picked and used.
Yeah, I do, but I wonder if it would be OP if you could do that.
We're gonna try it. I don't know. I mean, is it OP though? Like,
I mean,
she's busy looking at like it's. Pistol
it is kind of distracting, to have all those gadget things. I don't know. I don't play IQ enough, and if I do, I don't use her gadget really. So like, I couldn't really say, but it seemed like just with how big traps have gotten, and just other gadgets, like it seems like that's OP. But as long as we're on the subject of IQ, I had an idea. I had this idea, and then I was like, wait, that's just IQ, but better. So like, what if there's somebody who can scan and like permanently mark gadgets that are set. And so like I was kind of thinking like they'd have like a specialized drone that would do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean they're like Twitch where they deploy. That's like another thing. Like Twitch is the only one who has like a different kind of drone.
Yeah, I was thinking about drones too, and I just couldn't think of anything that was
so it'd be cool if other people had some different kind of drones, or like their drone could do something special.
Like Sledges, they can just go through walls. Just jump through it.
Yeah. Or the RCXD. Also from
that
Black
would be
Ops.
Ridiculous.
No, that should never be in this game. But yeah, like if and like I would, so this guy, he would be able to scan and mark traps, but like only maybe like 4 or 5 things could be scanned, and like once you scanned it, that's it. And like if it gets moved, like the ping still stays where you last saw that it was there until somebody like confirms it's not there anymore. But I mean that seems like, but then I'm like, oh, well, that's just IQ but better.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool.
So like, maybe it just had to be like a totally different kind of operator than IQ, as far like, because the gadget is similar, so like the rest of it would just have to be totally different.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Did you think of any like shield, like new kinds of I didn't even think about it, but
no.
I'm sure there could be some good shields out there. I was trying to think of like a way to like give somebody a bayonet. So they just have like a longer knife range. Like if you got too close to them, they just stab you with their bayonet. But like I couldn't think of anything that would be like that they would fit with that.
Yeah.
That'd
be pretty cool. Different ideas I had. These are just kind of, these aren't good ideas at all, but just stuff.
Undeveloped ideas.
So a grapple gun. Someone just has a grapple gun that could like pull them.
Yeah, I've always wanted like, I mean, repelling already exists, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but are you saying kind of like the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 thing?
Yeah, that and like James Bond's from Nightfire grapple gun. I'm thinking like something like that.
So yeah, basically like Batman's grapple gun, right? Where you shoot it at a wall and it just
yeah, right there.
That would be ridiculous.
I'm also thinking when he repels faster than other operators because he's so used to getting pulled around.
Well, he just has like a motorized thing on his repel, right?
Yeah, whatever. So I think that'd be pretty dang cool. Like it would be nuts, but if he could just go through walls,
it would be cool, walls, but I wouldn't want
across a hallway.
I've always wanted somebody that has like a rope ladder that they could like.
They kind of thought that.
So you could like go up hatches, you know, or if there's like balconies and stuff inside that you could like throw the rope ladder up and like then you'd have a new way for your team to come up. But it just seems so situational that like I don't see how that would ever happen.
What other nutty ideas do you have?
This one is actually kind of good. So what if somebody had like a motion sensor alarm? So like the thing is,
I thought about that actually. I don't know why I didn't write that down.
Yeah, you should have because it's a good one. Don't worry, I got you.
Actually, I was thinking, okay, go with that. I'll say what my idea
so,
was.
So the one thing about this is that we already kind of have a lot of people who like have things that alert you to people being in a room and they're better than just like a motion sensor, like Legion and like Capkin and
right.
I guess Frost. You know, like there's all kinds of traps we can put around that would tell us when somebody's there. I guess the difference on this one is like I would envision it kind of covering a whole room. So like just for an example, let's say like the VIP room on Coast Guard. What's that called? Coastline. Let's say like the VIP room, like you could throw like, I don't know if it's like a motion sensor you throw up in the corner or if it's like a laser tripwire you put somewhere or something.
I feel like motion sensor would be cool. Like those
where it's
those
almost
ones you see everywhere.
Yeah. It's almost like throwing a Valkyrie camera.
Yeah.
It's just like you throw it up there and then it'll sense people. But like, so what I would really like for it to be is a silent alarm. So it's not like they walk in and they like hear the beep, 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 and they shoot it. It's like they walk in and they hear nothing, but all the defenders get like a beep beep, and then it's like it would even say like on your HUD like motion detected in VIP room or something.
That
would like give you the call out. Yeah,
I actually really like that idea.
So it wouldn't give you like a ping of their location, I don't think, and it wouldn't like certainly not a live one.
What sensor's going off?
Yeah, it would just tell you which sensor has gone off, and it would be silent to attackers.
That'd be very interesting. Very interesting. I think Thatcher definitely destroys those with an EMP. That would be cool. I think that would be super cool.
And it could just be like, I mean, basically, it would operate, I think, exactly like a Valkyrie cam, where like let's say that you put it in a spot where you put a Valkyrie cam and you scanned with a Valkyrie cam. Anything that Valkyrie cam would scan would alert the motion sensor, if that makes sense.
Yes. Right.
So if they're within spotting view of the thing, then it's alerted.
I think too when it starts alerting the attackers, I think it has like a red light that's flashing on it or something, like some visual cue that they can see. Like I'm being like they don't get an audio cue, but if they like are kind of paying attention, they can see like, oh shoot, there's a red light flashing over there. Yeah, it doesn't have to be super bright and crazy, but
yeah, I would make it very subtle, but maybe like yellow, like a kind of like an amber. Yeah, so it's like not quite. It doesn't stand out quite as much, but like, yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be way cool. The thing I was thinking of for like it's kind of like a tripwire, not a tripwire, but like a motion sensor. I was thinking like a wall that would go up, like someone crosses like a certain line, this wall just goes straight up where they are. Like kind of blocks their path.
Yeah, okay, I thought of similar things. Like we had a lot of the same ideas.
You have to like vault over, or I'm thinking like higher where you'd have to like melee it down or something. Thinking something like that.
So that's actually a rework idea that somebody's had for Castle. I don't know if you heard about this.
Yeah.
Where like you could like prep the castle barricades so it would be like rolled up at the top of the door, and then you could activate it at a certain time.
Yeah,
and then it would just drop down.
Yep.
So like I think that'd be a really cool thing for Castle.
I'm excited to see what their rework of that is.
Oh please! I mean, I can't wait to see the Castle rework.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like they're in active development of it from what I've gathered from their statements on it. Another similar idea I had, which I'm not sure how good it is if you could put like a chain trap. So like,
Okay.
I'm thinking of like putting this like above doors and windows, and like it would just kind of be like chains just like hung up above the top of the window, and then when somebody hops in, it just drops down on them. So
Okay.
they're just like kind of wrapped in like a chain net, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then like the effect that I envision it having is they can't sprint, and they can't ADS. So they have to pull it off of themselves, or maybe even have somebody else pull it off of them, almost like a frost trap. But so you can still move and you can shoot, but you can't ADS and you're slow.
If you can't ADS, you're already dead.
Pretty much, right?
This game and spraying hip fire is awful.
Right. So it's not as bad as getting caught by a frost trap because you can still move and you can still shoot and you haven't gone down and you're back at 50 health. But like if somebody doesn't come help you very soon, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Is that
I think
kind of cool?
I think it is cool.
I
That's
think he would get
not
like
a
3 of
bad
them.
idea. Yeah. Chew.
You call him Warden
Sure.
because he puts people in chains,
Yeah.
I guess.
Sure. I don't know.
Actually, Warden would be a good operator name. I don't know what he does, but
Who else did I have? I'm just gonna go over these real quick too. Kind of stupid. Someone, I don't know if they're defending or attacking, but they just kind of do stuff faster. They don't run faster or anything, but they like vault faster. Or they put up a barricade faster. They put up reinforcements faster. They
that'd be kind of cool.
whatever it is.
Like there'd have to be more to it than that, but
yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
it's like something. And the other one I have 2 more. So one of them, I think a defender. It wouldn't really apply to hostage. This is why it wouldn't work. But someone that can like set the time back another 5 seconds for like the diffuser. Like say the bomb's being diffused, they can like set back another 5 seconds to give them 5 more seconds.
Like postpone it or
or
jam
secure
it or something.
area. They can like 5 seconds. They get.
Oh yeah, what if somebody had like a mobile, like a throwable like jamming device, kind of like we talked about with other things. I mean, maybe this even fits on one of the operators we already talked about. Where like so if they see the diffuser planted, they could like toss it on it and it would just like stop it for
5
a
seconds.
certain amount of time, and just give you some more time.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would actually be really cool. Like you'd have to figure out. I almost think like it would have to be a gadget that does some of the other stuff we've talked about as far as jamming things, and then like it would just have that additional effect. Like maybe the guy we talked about who walks around like a vigil and just jams things. Maybe he could like activate his thing, and as long as his thing is still active, it's postponing the count.
Okay.
I don't know. That'd be cool. I thought of another similar one like that too. Like, what if there was somebody who had like a bomb defusal drone, and so they could drive a little robot in there and like start diffusing or like plant the diffuser with like a little robot.
Okay.
I don't know.
That'd be
Like
pretty cool.
I don't know how you apply that to hostage and biohazard.
Yes, that's the thing. Like, still apply to all game types. I feel like the last idea I had is someone that, and this came from our thing about how you're always spotted. Someone that like erases spots. So like they would see all the spots the enemy does in like a green color or something. So they would see like when their teammate's spotted, they can just erase it like immediately.
So do they like activate the ability?
Yeah. So it'd be like as soon as they see it, they'll activate it real fast.
And then it's on a cooldown or something.
Yeah, and then
unlimited?
It's like a 3 second.
Like you can do as many as you want.
I think unlimited. Yeah, but I think it's like a 3 second cooldown. So if they keep,
I think it's
spotting,
got to be a longer cooldown than that.
Okay, but if they keep spotting,
I mean,
like they're gonna be able to spot the person, but you can like clear it pretty fast.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I think it'd be pretty good. But
I think I would combine it with something else. Like, I'm trying to think of one of the other operators that kind of has like kind of 2 abilities because any one of them alone wouldn't be enough. I guess like a Finka, where it's like, I mean, Finka's a little OP, but like if all it was a recoil reduction, that wouldn't be that great. But like then it has a health boost and everything. Yeah.
Revives.
And the revive. I've seen some pretty cool videos about that recently, where people getting just like sick revives. Let's see if I have. I have 2 like. I was trying to think of a way to do something with like reinforcements.
Okay.
A lot of people have brought up like just like a hard steel reinforcement that can't be breached by anybody.
Ooh.
I don't like that idea myself. But like I thought of like, what if somebody had like a reinforcement with spikes on it? So like when you walked up to like plant a thermite charge on it, like you have to take damage to do it or something like that. Like I haven't really thought it through all the way, but that'd be kind of cool. Or like if you planted it on a hatch, like it would have the spikes facing up, so when they walked over,
Okay, it would hurt
damage or something. I don't know. Or like, what if somebody just had like glass reinforcements? So they just destroy the soft wall and put up like bulletproof glass in front of it. So it's almost like mirror, except it's just like the whole thing is see through, and you can't shoot through. You can't open it.
Everybody can see everybody.
It's just a hard wall that's see through.
Yeah. Can you thermite it?
Yeah, you can thermite it.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's one way or two way. Probably two way.
So is it breachable normally, like a breach charge?
No, breach charge can't do it. It's a hard wall. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe it's just like it replaces soft walls with.
Yeah, it can't be shot through.
Can't be shot. Yeah, exactly.
So you'd have to use a breach. It's castle.
Yeah, it's a see-through castle.
Okay. Kind of cool.
That actually, like, the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah. It could be very helpful, or it could like screw your team over because they can see exactly where you are.
Yeah. So you'd have to do it right. I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
Do I have any more? That's pretty much it.
I'm all out of ideas. Yeah. So I had those. My favorite one, I think, is my breacher guy that we talked about a little bit, and then shattered glass shard.
Yeah, shard is good. And what do we call him? You called him frag.
Oh, but shrapnel.
I still like Oracle. I think Oracle's super good.
Is way cool.
And then I really, really like the idea of the decoy sounds.
Yeah.
And the motion sensor.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
I think those are pretty good ideas.
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, we talked about them, so it's going to come.
Yeah, well, at least one of these will happen because we've talked about it on the podcast, and that's how it works.
Exactly.
So we actually had I put out a tweet for people's operator ideas, and I actually got one back. Okay, so it was from Steel Switch on Twitter, who's wrote him before. So thank you, Steel Switch. He said, "How about a defense operator that acts like a mule? This operator carries one more of all the items that everyone else has, such as one more reinforcement, expandable shield, barbed wire, etc. Paired with an SMG ACOG, there'll be a 1-speed 3 armor." It's interesting. I'm trying to understand exactly what he means. Like an extra reinforcement, that's clear, or an extra whatever. So is he saying that like he gets an extra secondary gadget of everybody's secondary gadgets?
Like he gets an extra barbed wire and a deployable shield,
or he chooses his own secondary gadget and just gets double, or an extra.
I don't know, but
I mean, I think it would be insane to have somebody that just has like an extra of everybody's
a bullet camera, impact grenades.
Yeah,
that'd be nuts.
But it would be cool if you just have like an extra reinforcement, and then he would get an extra 1 or 2 depending on what it was, if whatever secondary gadget he chose. So like he could get 2 bulletproof cams, or he could get 3 barbed wire, 2 deploy. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool. Or like, depending on I don't know, but I think that would be cool. At least, definitely the extra reinforcement I think would be way nice.
Yeah,
as someone just has another reinforcement. It'd be awesome sauce.
It'd be cool. I like that idea. I think it needs to be developed a little bit more, but I like the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, we have spent a lot of time on operator ideas, but this was fun.
Some good ideas.
If you have any operator ideas, send them in to us at R6 Unrenowned on Twitter, and we'll talk about them next time, tell you what we think. So I guess let's move on to some Reddit posts. Let's go through this quick because we're getting long here.
Okay. So let me start on Reddit this week. Someone posted real fast about his name is u/Shacei, Shacei. I'm not going to read his whole post. It's very long. Basically, he typed his teammate's name in chat, and he ended up being banned by typing in his teammate's name.
What was his teammate's name?
It was maricón, a homosexual reference in Spanish.
Okay, and he probably had no way of knowing that because I'm assuming he didn't speak Spanish.
No. So, however, it's Epi commented on this post, and he said that they are doing a rework to how toxic chat is being dealt with in game.
Well, that's good.
So we know that's coming.
Although that makes me question if you have an auto filter on the text chat, but you don't apply that same auto filter to people's names.
Yeah, exactly. So that was like his.
That seems ridiculous.
And he actually had a very good. It looks like the post. So this is. I'm just going to comment on this. The post was removed by the mods. Who knows why? It had like 4,000 upvotes and like 700 comments at the top of the sub, and they removed it.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
They don't know why, but nobody knows why. But then it's been taken back up now.
Well, that's good.
So they brought it back, but
honestly,
people were very mad that it was removed.
I am very frustrated with the rules of the Siege subreddit. I think they're ridiculous and arbitrary.
Yeah,
draconian.
Anyway, But yeah, so he actually wrote a very, very good post, and it was very long and very well written. But he basically talked about like it doesn't make sense that you can let someone name this their name, but I can't type that name in chat.
That's ridiculous.
Like that is so stupid that he had to suffer.
Yeah, I feel like
come on.
The text filtering was definitely in the right spirit, but it was not.
It just doesn't work.
It was implemented very half baked.
I'm gonna be honest. This is just the online community. They just are that way, and
right.
they're gonna be that way.
Yeah, and like at some point, it's like, is it worth trying to police this and trying to build tools to police it? Like, it just seems like, I mean, maybe filter out like the obvious stuff.
Yeah,
like the N word, filter that out.
People are like, always gonna just find a different way to spell it.
Yeah, but it's just like, I mean, at least you can get the big stuff.
Yeah, and
then after that, it's just like depend on the reporting toxic player button.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that does something, which I'm not totally convinced.
Nobody knows. It would be awesome if they just send you a little...
didn't we see somebody get banned for toxic behavior out of our own game?
I don't remember.
I think this happened. Maybe you weren't there, but like I remember seeing somebody get banned for toxic behavior like in a game with them. I don't know if they said something. They must have typed something in chat. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened.
I've seen that before. They type something in chat. I'm like, oh, they're gone. And then like 2 seconds later, they get banned.
It's pretty funny.
That's
actually really funny.
It would be nice though. Like people have made this comment all the time. Like other games do this where they send you a message to say, hey, thank you for reporting a certain player. They don't tell you what player, but thank you for reporting a player. They've been banned.
Yep, Rocket League does it.
Yeah, it's so nice. Like, why not? You don't have to tell us who was banned. You don't have to tell us why they were banned because that's your policy that you've made.
I think they should tell you who.
I am in agreement, but that's their policy that they're very strict on. They won't even tell you why you were banned, apparently.
Yeah.
Or show you the evidence. But at least just say, like, hey, thank you for reporting what a player has been banned because of your reports.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice.
It just really reinforces that you should be reporting people.
Oh, this does something. Exactly.
Okay. I have one, and this is actually very fitting for our Operator Ideas podcast.
Okay.
So this comes from Pie Guy on Reddit. It's called Operator Rework Suggestions. So it looks like he kind of just compiled these from other ideas he's seen around the subreddit. So he has 8 different ideas for operators here to rework them. Number 1, make Thatcher grenades kill devices within 1 meter. Temporarily disable devices 2 to 5 meters with longer downtime for closer devices. So maybe that's where I was thinking that it's affected by the range of the EMP,
okay,
the amount of time. But I think he's suggesting it should be, and it's not. I'm not sure how much I like this. I guess I'm just kind of like upset that they nerfed Thatcher at all because I feel like he was fine, and like I'm a Thatcher main and it was very annoying.
Yeah,
but I guess that's better, right? If within 1 meter he's destroying the cameras now. Or is he's probably saying for all devices it should only destroy within 1 meter, which that would not be cool. So that one, I don't know. Number 2, remove global line scans. Give him a deployable device like mute jammers that scan for movement within a 15-meter radius.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So is he saying like you'd plant it in one spot and it would just basically be a motion sensor within that spot?
Yeah, I think so. I think you can probably pick it up and move it too.
Well, that almost seems worse because like if it's permanent or semi-permanent rather, like that seems worse because now you got to like move into its range to be able to find it and destroy it.
I guess that's true, but it's not like it doesn't affect you at all if you're not next to it.
Yeah, I think there's better ideas for Lion where.
I think it's interesting though. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean it's better than it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I don't know if it is better because I think like a 2-second scan is a lot better than something that is planted and semi-permanent.
I don't feel like it's that bad right now. I have not.
Yeah, like I mean,
I have not been in a situation where I feel like Lion. Oh, that was OP. I haven't had it yet.
The worst is when it's combined with other tracker operators. Like it.
Yeah.
And this is where I start to get really frustrated with all the spawning. Is like, okay, I've been scanned by Jackal, my phone's ringing, and Lion's scanning. Like, what am I supposed to do? And how could I have prevented this? And that's the biggest part that's annoying about the scanning is like Dokkaebi and Lion and pretty much Jackal, there's nothing you could have done to avoid having that happen to you, I guess, unless you're standing on a mute jammer or something. But it's like, that's very frustrating because it's just like, I mean, they talk about Thatcher's ability being binary and like not having to put much thought into it. But like, okay, Dokkaebi just rings her phone and now all the defenders are basically located, you know? It's like,
yeah.
How is that not? I mean, you have to do it at the right time and everything, so it's not binary in that way. But it's like there's no counter to that. There's nothing I could have done to stop that. There's nothing. No way I could have played better.
Agreed.
That's where it
That is
gets super frustrating.
Yeah.
So Lion, whatever. I'm just like, Lion shouldn't have been in the game. This is a bad idea. Next one. Make Maverick holes glow for 5 to 10 seconds after being opened.
I think yes, and I think it would be it'd be like red hot and just dim for that period of time. I think it definitely needs to glow though while it's a freaking blowtorch, right?
Yeah,
like,
it should definitely glow while he's melting it. What if it was just kind of like a molten metal, like dripping from it?
Yeah, something like that, cool. Whatever it is. But just the other day, I was playing Tachanka for fun, and he hit a reinforcement right next to me. I didn't hear him. I was watching like that wall, and he hit it. I didn't see it, and I didn't hear him at all.
Yeah,
he just shot me. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, I do not know about 5 to 10 seconds. That seems a little extreme.
Seems a lot.
But while you're doing it, it should go, and maybe like 2 to 3 seconds. It should just have like kind of molten metal dripping.
Okay.
4, give alibis different hologram poses. So crouching, lying down, whatever. Sure. Yeah, it's fine. Let Hibana rotate her charges. He says horizontally. I think it really means vertically.
Yeah. I think that'd be nice.
So would you be able to walk through that?
I think maybe you could crouch through it. I don't think it'd be tall enough to walk through.
So I think if you would be able to crouch through it, then it's actually bad because the whole point is that she can't open as many holes that you can walk through as like a thermite could.
Okay.
Right?
So yeah, maybe you still need 2 to do it.
So yeah, you need 2 side by side. But I mean, it does give you, like, if you're glass on a tower or something, it gives you a better angle to see like a whole doorway or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. 6, give Capital firebolts larger area of effect, but reduce effectiveness the further away it is. Return blue smoke bolts and let them block thermal cameras. Blue smoke with thermal blocking, absolutely. I think that's super cool and make Capital way more useful, especially with all the thermals that exist now.
I kind of like the firebolt thing too.
Yeah, I think I do too. Like,
I would not kill you if you're super far away from it, but like still doing some damage.
Yeah. Just expand it maybe. Like, I mean, I feel like the area of effect is actually pretty big as it is. But if you just expand it just a little bit, then it would make it a lot more useful. Like where I like to do him is on the roof of cafe. People are always in that freezer, and like a lot of times I can snatch somebody or at least do a good amount of damage when they're trying to peek one of those doors just from the roof.
Right.
But it would be nice if it was big enough that, like, no, you can't just camp that room because I can fill a lot of it with my fire.
Yeah. You're fired.
You know, or I can use what?
You're fired. What if you just shouted that every time you did?
You're fired.
You're fired. Yeah, fire alarm's going off, and the operator just starts screaming, "Fire! Fire!"
What?
I don't know. This has been a drill.
It's actually not fire though. It's actually asphyxiation something.
Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah, but it looks like fire and it feels like fire when you're in it. So,
well, I've never actually touched it in real life, but whatever you say.
Oh, I've touched it.
Okay,
and I'm pretty sure it's touched me. Turn castle barricades into bulletproof saloon doors, hole on top and bottom, that will only allow teammates to pass through.
Salon?
Yes, salon doors. Saloon doors.
I don't know. I don't really.
I think that makes castle worse.
Yeah, I don't really know what good. I don't like that one.
No, I don't like it either. I think it makes them worse.
I understand like the reasoning behind it. Like you want to make teammates be able to pass through it, make them better, but I just don't think that's the right way to do it.
No, yeah, I don't think so. I think there's better ideas for castle out there.
What was number 8?
Give Tachanka proper LMG with an ACOG. So basically like Maestro. That kind of makes sense that Tachanka should have an LMG.
Give him something.
Yeah. I mean, give the man something.
I'm excited to see if they get a. What if they just released a Tachanka and Castle rework this next patch, and it was just like,
that'd be sweet.
Oh freak!
Like the thing about reworks though is like it kind of scares me because it's like the Hereford rework. Like it's great, it's really good, but I still miss old Hereford. Yeah. And like if they change Castle,
miss old. I don't think
I won't miss old Tachanka, but I'm gonna miss old Castle.
Why?
Like I guess depending on what they do.
Yeah.
But like if
it like changes gadget completely, then
if it significantly changes where I can't do my silly castle plays anymore, I'm gonna be very sad.
Yeah. Okay, I would.
I love my silly castle plays. So that's it. Thank you, Pie Guy. That was a good post.
Okay, my real Reddit post that I wanted to share. This will be a quick one, but this is from u/Remembury, and he just asks, and we talk about this a lot. Remembury.
Okay.
Why hasn't casual been changed yet? So what he
Good
wants
question,
to happen.
sir.
So this is this first point. I agree with him. I like what he says, but at the same time I want voting. So it basically says random defense objective, but the defenses are told in operator selection where they're defending, so they can pick an appropriate operator. Which if anything, I want that at least. Like, please tell us where we are so we can play strategically in the game.
I hope that
honestly
just comes in as a surprise, like when they switched the order of picking your spawn before your operator. And that just kind of like I just like read patch notes. And I was like, what? Like, okay, cool. Finally, I hope that the same thing happens in like the next patch.
Funny. But basically, and I talked with them about this a little bit in the post. I just love voting. I wish we could vote, but I do want that though. Like, at least
November 6th.
Please tell us. His next thing is
you missed my joke.
November 6th.
November 6th.
What's that?
You love voting. You wish you could vote.
Oh, I can't vote. Attackers choose their spawns. Yes, please. 3-minute action phase. Yes. And then he said possibly a 60-second instead of 45-second prep phase to encourage new players to set up and drone properly. I don't know if I agree with that one, but
so wait, expand the preparation phase?
Prep phase, yeah, and shorten the attacking phase. I don't really like the prep phase expansion. I think that's better than having a 4-minute attacking phase because I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't. But like, I kind of like the idea behind it, but I'm not sure that. I think that's going to make players have a harder time in ranked. Which
the 4-minute thing is already
because in ranked,
now.
like already, like in ranked, the action starts faster after the prep phase, right? People moving faster. There's more rushes. You know, they're going to feel even more.
Yeah,
that's true. Like coming too fast. And they're not ready for it.
So I think this is what I think casual should be. Casual should be ranked with shorter, less rounds. Okay, it's going to be best of 5.
Best of 5.
Best of 5.
Yeah, best of 5 still.
Exactly how it is. And there was something else that's in ranked that I thought should not be in casual. And I can't remember what it is. Maybe that's the only thing. Basically, it should be ranked exactly, just less games.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be opposed if it was like a 30-second longer round, but a whole minute longer round is way too much.
It's a lot. It's so long.
It's so, like, it really gives attackers a huge advantage. And most of the time, they don't even use the advantage. They just spend an extra minute, like, sitting there waiting for you to try to peek them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just gets so boring. And also, I think that's also part of what causes the quitting problem is, like, if you die at the beginning of a casual match, you're going to be sitting there for 4 minutes. Yeah. Which is a long time. Like,
yeah, it really is.
So people just quit and go.
I think I was thinking the time you have to pick an operator should be shorter than ranked. Just speed it up a little bit. I don't know.
I think that's
fine. That's what it was. Because we were talking about, so yesterday we were playing ranked and I was talking about how it's kind of annoying in ranked when you all pick your operators. It takes it down to 5 seconds. Yeah. Because sometimes you want that time to like you pick one, but you're still trying to kind of think like what you should do. But in ranked, I think it should do that. Like everybody picks it. Just 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. That's it for Reddit. And we got some listener questions. We got 3 listener questions this week, in addition to Steel Switch's suggestion for an operator. So these people tweeted us at R6 Unrenowned, and you can do the same if you want us to talk about your question on the podcast. So this comes from at Smitty Dillon. He says, "Hey, really enjoy the podcast, guys. Maybe as an idea, talk about your favorite and least favorite seasons or DLC. Looking forward to episode 5." So this is actually episode 6 coming up. So I guess that he asked that before we published episode 5. But favorite and least favorite seasons or DLC?
Well, I was not here when a lot of them released. Yeah, but I can tell you, I loved Dustline.
Dustline was really, really good.
I think that was
the map was good. Both the ops were good, and plus, just it being the first new batch of things was like really exciting.
Yeah.
I really liked Parabellum.
Okay.
So, like, Maestro basically became my defender main.
Yeah.
Like, he's just so fun. He's so fun. Like, especially with that LMG, it's so silly what you can do with that thing. Like, I had this time the other day where somebody was like trying to push a door with like no time left. And like, so I literally just sprayed the door for the last 5 seconds of the round. And he couldn't do anything about it. I just kept shooting bullets. There was nothing he could do.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, so probably Parabellum for me. And I don't actually like Villa that much, but Maestro's great.
My least favorite one, It's hard because I was here. So I was here for. Oh no, I know what my least favorite one. It's
Red Crow.
No.
Oh, Skull Rain.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Favela. Favela. Yeah, that was when I started to dislike the game because it's like, okay, Yada's garbage, and Favela is hot garbage. Like, stop making maps, guys, because you suck at making maps. Apparently, since you released the game, like all the first 10 maps are great, and then Border was like at the time I felt like it was just okay, and then Yacht and Favela were bad.
Yep.
It's like stop.
That one I did not like. I liked Kavera for a bit, and then I just didn't like her.
Kavera was very different when she first came out.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
And Capital was better, too. Capital had frags.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Capital's good.
Something about his gun chain. I think he nerfed his AR damage or something.
Probably.
I don't know.
Speaking of nerfed ARs, we talked about this. Blackbeard, oh my gosh.
Yeah, least
his guns
favorite?
are so bad. That's my least favorite, though, Skull Rain.
I'd probably go Skull Rain 2.
White Noise, I don't think I would have liked. That was Tower 2, right?
It was Tower.
Tower, Dokkaebi, and Vigil. I would not like that one.
Yeah, I didn't like it very much. Operation Health was good. As much crap as it gets, it actually fixed a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Good question. Thank you.
Yeah, good question. At MG Recon says, what about a Siege Battle Pass like Fortnite? No crazy glowing rainbow skins, just season-themed skins, outfits, and charms, i.e. charms of the new ops. Love the show. Keep up the good work.
Don't they do that?
Well, do you know what the Fortnite Battle Pass thing is about?
No.
Yeah, so I don't play Fortnite, but I looked it up and just tried to get an understanding of it. It's very confusing. Basically, it sounds like there's two versions. There's like just the Battle Pass and then like the Premium Battle Pass. And so basically each season there's kind of a collection of cosmetics that you can unlock by playing.
Okay.
And you can unlock them faster and I guess unlock different, like there's new things you can unlock if you buy the premium one.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't understand it enough to say whether or not I want it in Siege. I guess my answer would be I don't really care that much about the cosmetics in Siege. So like, if that's a good way for them to make money that seems fair to the community, then go for it.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts?
Not really. It brought up, it made me think of what I really want in Siege, which existed in the earlier Call of Duties before they made in-game currency, was like you get skins and stuff based on
performing certain actions.
So certain headshots for a skin or certain
I got my golden
actions.
AK, baby.
Yes.
In Comp 4.
Exactly.
150
if they had that kind of thing in
rifle.
Siege, like for Doc, you get like a super cool MP5 skin or character skin if you had like 1,000 revives.
I would love if it was
like
character specific. Yeah.
Like I'm thinking like a ridiculous amount of time played on an operator.
You've killed 200 people with evil eyes.
Yeah.
You get like a gold evil eye or something.
Yeah. See, that would be like, freaking cool.
That'd be cool. I would love that.
Oh my gosh. And you see a gold evil eye, you're like, oh freak, that guy's scary.
Yeah. Like I really, really like when cosmetics are attached to a specific thing you did.
Yes, think about a freaking gold sledgehammer. Oh my gosh.
That would be so cool.
I you can't say like get sledgehammer kill. That's a hard one.
Yeah, you can.
You can, but then you don't want
sledgehammer kills.
I guess people aren't going to do it in ranked, like in good rank. They'll go for it like for fun. It'll be fun. I was thinking like go for walls when you're going to have people just purposely destroying walls to try to get it. And that's
the problem is you don't want to incentivize people to like play the game stupid
and just trying to So that's my problem with it.
Especially if it's just like sledgehammer 1,000 walls, then you're just going to get people spawning in games and just sledgehammer.
You don't want that. But anyway, it would be so cool to have a gold sledgehammer. Somehow make some good. There has to be some, maybe like sledgehammer a wall and get a kill within 5 seconds or something.
Yeah.
That might be good.
Yeah, stuff like that. And they have to be that you cannot buy those specific skins.
Correct. Yeah,
the only way to get them is by
purchasable.
Unlocking, like doing that exact
thing. I think that's amazing. Gold gadgets would be a really cool one. That'd be cool.
So good. Like, and they don't all have to be gold. Like, give me different things, but like, it's just so cool when like you see something and you know, oh, that person did this hard thing to get that. As opposed to like the random stuff is like, that's fine, but it's not really very satisfying when you get one.
No.
So, I guess that's our thoughts on that, MG Recon. At Nador01, he sent us a video of a new Maverick trick from, I don't know who this was from, but he said, do you guys think this trick is any good? Was it his video?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So my answer is no. I don't think it's good. So the trick basically was to open soft walls without wasting all of your flamethrower.
Mhm.
So he would just use his rifle to like kind of open the actual wall part, and then just use the flamethrower on the beams to like make it pass throughable. And you could do it when like half of a flamethrower.
Yeah, so it wouldn't
Canister, or
really
even
waste
less
it at
than
all.
that. Which, in theory, that's kind of cool that you don't waste your canister. But I mean, breach charges exist in the game, so I don't understand the point of trying to do that.
It's not going to be. The thing is, in actual gameplay, it's not going to work too well because you're spending a whole clip blowing it into a wall. That's going to be super loud, and then you still have to blowtorch it to get through. Like, it's
right?
just
Yeah,
not gonna work.
you've already alerted them that you're there.
I will say, like, a good job on, like, that's a cool find. Like, good job on the
So
find.
yeah, seriously, it's
cool.
Like somebody else posted something similar a while back with Blitz, where like they just melee. You know when you melee a softball, you just get like that little tiny hole. He like meleeed a whole like Blitz size square, like until it fell out, and then he like walked through.
Yeah,
it took him probably like 2 minutes to do it. And like
that's cool.
Totally useless, but good find.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's a good find, but no, I would not. Think it feasible in game.
It's not good. But thanks for those questions, guys. Okay, so if you want your questions on the podcast, tweet us at R6Unrenowned. And tweet us your operator ideas. I would love to hear some more and analyze them. That was really fun, actually, going over the operator ideas.
It was long, but it was fun.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time to go play some Siege.
Please. I have been itching.
What does that have to do with playing Siege?
Like itching to play Siege. I just thought you'd figure out the rest of my sentence. Okay. Can I talk about something real fast? Do it. I just when we were talking about itching, my ear. You saw my ear. I tried on.
This is so stupid. Nobody cares about this.
I tried on a shirt the other day. I went to like pull it off, and the tag got those hard cardboard tags got caught on my ear and just like ripped it apart, like the back of my ear.
Big old paper cut on the back of the ear.
It hurts pretty good. I also got stuck in the same shirt. It's like a button-up shirt.
You tried to take it off without undoing the buttons and got stuck in it.
I was stuck for like 2 minutes.
And you had to ask for help to get it off.
I didn't have to ask for help, but
that's not what I heard.
No, I didn't ask for help. I considered it though. I was seriously like, this is really awkward. Anyway, sorry.
Awesome. Watch out for when they add the paper cut operator. Watch out for that one. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We're going to be streaming right now, which is before you have heard this because we don't do this live. But if you want to find us streaming some other time, you can find me as VG Fiasco on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer.
And just hello 3 O's on same 3 platforms.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.